What's up, guys? This is QuestsOf07. Today we'll be doing Goblin Diplomacy and Romeo and Juliet. These two quests will get us 10 quest points, and that'll take us past the 7 quest points required to break free of the trade limit for new Old School Runescape players. So we'll head up to Varrock now and do Romeo and Juliet first. On the way we're going to pick up something we'll need for the quest. At this fork you can just head straight up north through the woods, and on the side of the mine here you'll find the bushes that have cadaver berries. So we'll pick 2 of those. You only need 1 for the quest, but try to get into the habit of obtaining extra quest items when it's this easy, just in case you mess up during the quest, or if you died during the quest, you won't have to backtrack and redo a portion of the quest. So head up the east side, deposit your stuff into the bank, and talk to Romeo, who's in the square. Sometimes he's in the general store, but today he's right over here. And after that we'll go talk with Juliet. Actually, before we talk with Juliet, we're gonna head to Barbarian Village and make some quick cash. There's usually a bunch of fish dropped on the ground by drop fishers over here, so we'll just grab a couple inventories of that and sell it, hopefully make 5 or 6k. And the closest bank is actually Edgeville, and if you head straight up north you'll find it. Just have to go through these little walls here. If you head to your options pane and kind of start making the game work better for you. If you click the green guy with the chat icon, you can split the private chat. That's an option I like to keep on. Keep things separate. And if you click advanced options, you can click transparent chat box, making the chat box itself transparent, and you can click through it. It's whatever you like, whatever you want. That's just an option I like to have on as well. So we will deposit our loot and head back for a couple more inventories. Grab some more fish. Here's a good example of the Christmas trees right now messing with the client. Got flying fish glitch right here. It's nothing to do with the game, I guess it's something to do with the client itself, the trees being too big or something. You'll actually see your player like walk through the trees as well. But we'll bank those and just grab one more inventory, and then we'll head to the Grand Exchange and sell everything and get the quest items we need for Goblin Diplomacy. If you head back to your options pane, you can mess around with the screen a little bit, make the distance larger or greater or smaller if you want to. I like to keep it kind of where it is when you start out the quest, or maybe a little farther out than that. Depends on, I guess, your preference, your screen size and everything, so mess around with that. At the Grand Exchange we will withdraw everything as banknotes and sell everything. For Goblin Diplomacy we're going to need 3 different goblin mails, goblin armors, and a blue dye and an orange dye. And after you buy all of that, you can use the blue dye on one of the armors, use the orange dye on one of the armors, and leave one of the armors plain. And with the rest of our cash we're going to buy a Staff of Air and Mine Runes. Pretty sure after we do these quests we're going to work on our magic level a little bit. So as you can see, I've dyed my mails, and now we'll finish Romeo and Juliet. Her house is right here. Head up the stairs, head out to the balcony, give her a talk. She'll give you a note that you want to hand off to Romeo. He'll read it and send you to Father Lawrence, see how he can help. He's on the east side above the bank. Head towards the wilderness, kinda. Head towards the church. You'll see the little altar icon on your map there. Talk to him and he will send you off to the apothecary. The apothecary is on the west side of town. From the square, from the Varrock Square, just head south and take a right on the little road that you see. The apothecary is that little purple, I think it's a potion icon. Head in there, make sure you have your Kadava berries as well in your inventory. He'll give you a Kadava potion. And then you just head back to Juliet. At this little level, we're kind of a scavenger. We're broke, we have no money, so if you see like mithril arrows on the ground or something that's semi-valuable, just pick them up, head up the stairs, talk to her again, give her the potion, she'll drink it, and you'll talk to her cousin or whoever that is and her father, and head down the stairs and talk to Romeo again in the middle. It's pretty much quest complete. Very simple, 5 quest points, good deal. And now we can do Goblin Diplomacy. Before we head over to Goblin Village, I'm going to sell these arrows I picked up and actually show you what I mean by trade limit if you're confused by that. Basically, as a new player, there's certain things you can't sell. Cowhides, for example, or clay, you can buy from the Grand Exchange or from other players, but you can't sell them for some reason. It might have to do with botting, I'm not actually sure why, but you cannot sell this item until your account is older, which is 24 hours, which is forever. Or you can just get 7 quest points in 15 minutes, like we're doing here. So, we're going to head back to Barbarian Village and past it, and head along the path that is above Falador. And all the way west we will find Goblin Village, which is a little north as well. So here we are here, and it's straight west from Barbarian Village. Head north and you'll see it on your map, Goblin Village there, the little quest icon as well. And you have to go down the stairs. I didn't know you did, so yeah, I had to backtrack a little. Down the stairs on the path, and then up the road, then straight up the next path. And eventually you'll reach Goblin Village. So head into the furthest house there, talk to either of the generals to start the quest. Ask them if you want me to pick an armor color for you, and then what about a different color? And you have all your goblin males if you've dyed them, and just talk to them again, and talk to them again, and they'll try on all the colors. Eventually they'll settle with just the regular brown. So, very simple quest, another 5 quest points, and 200 crafting XP as well, a gold bar, and we're basically rich already. So, we'll head back to Varrock, and I think that's all we're gonna end up doing today for this video, but I'm going to buy the remainder of the mind runes, the remainder of the spellcasts that I'll need to get to level 25 magic. And I think I'll start my next guide out by doing that. So you have to cast the wind spell quite a few times, but it shouldn't take too much longer than an hour or so. And you need, I'll do a little bit of math here in just a second. We picked up some more fish on the way too, just to make a little bit extra money to buy all those mind runes. So I'm going to liquidate everything. We're going to grab some stuff from our tutorial island bank as well, stuff we don't need, and sell that as well, liquidate everything. And we'll actually be able to sell that cowhide now too, even though we're going to be losing a tiny bit of cash from that. But we've unlocked the ability to do so as we have more than 7 quest points. So these Kadava berries that we didn't use, and we got a little over $2,600 to use to buy mind runes. So we have essentially no magic XP right now. To get to level 25 in a skill, you need 7,842 experience. You can find a XP chart online, just Google it, XP chart for RuneScape. So we'll need 7,842 XP, and we'll divide that number by the minimum you get for each cast, which is 5.5. You probably make a little more than that when you actually hit. So 1426 is the magic number. Subtract that from what we have already, 694. Gonna buy 732 more casts and we should be good to go. Thanks for watching, guys. Drop me a comment if you have something to say. Leave a like if you had a good time, and I'll see you next time. Peace.